So this is the beauty of Islam. You go and try to kiss a stone and you get killed. This God say, go and fight for me, and you get killed. Children are crying in the Arab countries because they are being raped and they call it marriage. Jesus Christ said, go into the world and preach the gospel. Those who believe, he knew they will believe because there is power in the gospel. What is the gospel? The gospel is the death, the resurrection of Jesus Christ, God in flesh. So the sacrifice of God in flesh touched the Gentiles' heart, and they gave up on the idols and believe in Jesus. So Jesus is the love of the Father and the Holy Spirit for humans. And Satan, who is Allah, rejects the sacrifice of God, who is Jesus, and tell them that black stones can take away sin. My people, it is right about time we tell these people they have to use their brains. A God who says adultery is fixed in your life. A God who is teaching you how to cheat on your wife. This is a God. A God who is telling you that even if you are a thief or a fornicator, once you don't change Allah to worship another God, you will make it to paradise. They are not defending God. Don't be deceived. They will make it look like, how can God become a man? How can God be born? How can God? That is the sacrifice of God for humanity. We were supposed to die because we could not obey the law. So he came to take our place of death, so we will live through his sacrifice. So if Satan has blinded the Muslims from accepting the sacrifice of God in flesh, we that are called by his name, we understand why God has to die. If God did not sacrifice himself, he would have wiped all of us out from the earth. Because of his sacrifice, we now live in the grace through Christ, and we are alive today. And Satan does not want the world to accept this beautiful message that God became a man for our sake. God was pierced for our sake. God was killed for our sake. And that love touches us to the point that we give up on our idols and we accept him. And they don't want us to accept this beautiful message. But we should accept going to kiss a stone and end up dying. We should accept going to fight for this powerless God and end up dying. We should accept a God who fill our heart with hatred, because he says in Quran chapter 5 verse 14 that I spread hatred. So he says, hate the Jews, hate the Christians. God became flesh. It was prophesied by Isaiah, and he took the sins of his people. Why do you say he's the Messiah, but you don't accept his teaching? Why do you say he's the Messiah, but you don't accept who he is? Why do you say he's the Messiah, but you don't accept his purpose of coming into the world? This is Satan in disguise.